Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal and I'm going to be recording my journey on correcting my open bite here in Japan. So for those of you who are interested in receiving orthodontic treatment in Japan, this may be helpful for you. Well, first of all, some background about my jaw and teeth situation. So this is how it looks like when I smile. And this is me biting down. So as you can see, I actually only have contact with one tooth on both sides of my face. So oftentimes when I go to the dentist and they tell me, okay, please bite down, I'll bite down, and then they'll be like, we told you to bite down, and I'll be like, I am biting down. I just have this permanent gap here, which is a struggle when eating because I can't use my front teeth to bite, or really like my these teeth either, because I only have contact in one place on both sides, so two places. So it's very difficult when eating. Yeah. So you might be wondering, or you might be thinking, well, your teeth alignment look pretty nice. Yeah. So actually, I had really horrible teeth originally. So in middle school, I had like fangs and stuff, and just overcrowding. Like I had nice baby teeth, but then when my adult teeth came in, it was just all crazy. Like I looked like a dinosaur, and I had the lowest self-esteem ever because of that. And I was even bullied due to my teeth. Yeah, and then finally in high school, my parents were nice enough to, I guess, realize that this was really affecting my self-esteem. And so they had me get braces. And I had a really difficult case. I remember the orthodontist really struggling and always saying like, oh, you have a really difficult case. And actually I wore braces for 4 years. And the result was nice. Like I had straight teeth, the bottom teeth were aligned as well. And they used these, like, I just had the normal braces and elastics. And so by using the elastics, they were able to correct my open bite. And so my current smile, it looks different from how it looked like when I first got my braces off, which is common because your teeth will naturally want to shift back into place. Well, about 5 years ago, like around 2019, I started noticing that I couldn't bite with my front teeth and that I had to use my tongue to bite into things because I didn't have any contact with my front teeth and my lower front teeth, my upper front teeth and lower front teeth. And I also noticed that I was starting to talk with a lisp, like my tongue. I don't know, it just feels really weird when I talk now, and I'm always like, I don't know what to do with my tongue. And yeah, like now I'm just very conscious about it. But those were some small things that I noticed. And so at the time as well, I will say that I was not wearing my bottom retainer religiously. And this is partially because I had a few friends who stopped wearing their retainer. And the best advice I can give to you guys is always wear your retainer, no matter what. No matter what, okay? So I was always wearing my top mouth guard retainer thingy because I also like grind my teeth at night, so I had a mouth guard instead, which kind of worked as a retainer. But I would sometimes not wear my bottom retainer. There are a few things that I can think of what may have caused this. Like I'm not sure if it's because I stopped wearing my bottom retainer, but also around that time I was actually hit in the face, in my jaw actually, and I heard a huge snap, and my jaw actually shifted because I went to the hospital since I was concerned from the noise, and they did an x-ray and they told me, oh yeah, your jaw did shift a little bit. Like I'm not sure if my jaw was always like that, or because like they didn't have any x-rays of my jaw before, right? But they told me that it did look like it shifted. So after I realized that I was having an issue and that it wasn't getting better, I first visited a dental clinic where I was living at the time in Japan, and she actually told me to stop wearing my current top and bottom retainers and made me pay for a whole new retainer that she made. So I had to pay for like the mouth mold and the actual retainer, and it wasn't like a normal retainer that we get in Canada, for example. It was just only one piece. Yeah, and she told me to just wear that. And so I did that for like a year or so, and nothing was improving. So I think I switched doctors. So basically here in Japan, there are a few ways you can get orthodontic treatment. So number one, you can go to a regular dental clinic. So some dental clinics will offer like Vaseline, these simple kind of orthodontic treatments. So if your teeth are not like severely crooked, then you can probably just go to a regular dental clinic. It might be cheaper too. Yeah, so that's the first option. The second option is to go to an orthodontic clinic, so a private orthodontic clinic. And then the third one is if you have a complicated case like mine, you would likely get referred to a university hospital. So the key thing is that you need to get a referral letter from a clinic. You can't just go to a university hospital on your own. Basically, I got referred to the university hospital in the town that I was living in. And so they told me that I wasn't a good candidate for jaw surgery because of my joint. So this was after they did a bunch of tests. They did like MRIs, etc., x-rays, and they concluded that I wouldn't be a good candidate. And also this dentist or orthodontist was a little bit quirky. And instead he recommended me to do regular braces, but with screws. So they would put screws in the upper and bottom, my upper gums and bottom gums. But I would have to, of course, need to be in Japan for at least 3 years in order to receive treatment. Yeah, which is kind of standard. Whenever you start orthodontic treatment, you want to stick to the same orthodontist, right? And at that time, I didn't know how long I would be in Japan, and so I just kept putting it off, and I kind of regret that now. I should have just done it as soon as possible because my situation actually only got worse. Like when it comes to your bite and teeth, you really want to take action right away because your bite's only going to get worse and it's going to create more issues like it has done and is continuing to do for me. Because I told them I wouldn't know how long I'd be staying in Japan, they instead suggested that I wear my current mouth guard. And actually, they even made adjustments to my mouth guard. Like they would put more material on the mouth guard to make it taller. And then they told me to wear that while eating so that I had like contact with my upper teeth and bottom teeth. But of course that was super weird and I don't think that's a proper solution. After this, I actually ended up moving to Tokyo. That's a whole other topic. If you're interested, please let me know. And I have a stable job now, so let me properly explore my options again. So unfortunately, because I moved, I had to go to a new university hospital, which I was referred to by the previous university hospital. And because I was essentially starting from scratch, I had to do all the tests all over again, all of these CT scans, MRIs. It actually took over a year just to do the preliminary tests. And this is because it's a university hospital, so all of the orthodontists are actually researchers. And because my case is rare, and I don't think they've ever had a case like mine, they were very invested in the research aspect. Like, I had to go into this room and wear all these crazy headgear and like chew gum and have them, I don't know, it was really interesting actually, because I'm also kind of a nerd when it comes to these like research things in university. Yeah, it was interesting, but also a very, very long process. Like I did not expect it to take over a year. And I'm a little bit miffed at that because they had me do so many tests and they were also convinced that I would be doing the surgery, like I would be going the surgery route because I had already previously had braces. But after doing all of the initial MRI, CT scans again for the second time, they had to have a round table, which is where the orthodontist assigned to me presented her findings and all the other students were listening and her head professor, and then they would come to the conclusion. And I understand like this is very important and I don't want them to, rush any conclusions they make. So I do appreciate that. It was definitely weird though because I was sitting in a chair and then the orthodontist was just like reading off all of her findings from this paper in front of her professor, and it was just very robotic. When I was just kind of just sitting there like deer in headlights, like that was an interesting experience. And so actually after they presented all of that, the head professor, consulted me, and he actually had really excellent English, which was nice because the orthodontist in charge of me, she can speak some basic English, but my Japanese is better, so I actually just always speak Japanese with her. And this is actually another topic, but if you want me to delve into like the language aspects, please do let me know. Yeah, so her head professor told me that he would recommend the non-surgery route for me actually, because apparently my jaw joint is being absorbed. I don't know, the Japanese is like kyushu, no. And he said that it's actually because of that my jaw has been kind of like shifting. So he told me that the non-surgery route would have lower risks, but the same thing could also occur, like my jaw joint becoming weaker. It's also important to note at this point that if you want to improve your jaw line, for example, it's probably better to do the surgery route. Like you'll have more flexibility in like improving that aspect. So of course that was something that also is in the back of my mind because I have like no jawline, as you can see here, and that's kind of been like a complex of mine, my side profile. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I just want to be able to eat. Like if surgery is higher risk, then okay, fine, I'll just do the braces route. He gave me 3 options. Number 1, do nothing and have my open bite grow worse and potentially create more issues in the future. Okay, and then number 2 is to do the jaw surgery, which is higher risks. And also I would have to pay the bills for being hospitalized, and also like I was doing a lot of research into the surgery and it seems like one of the most painful procedures ever. And then number 3 is to do the braces route. So braces plus like the screws. Now my current status. So I decided to do the braces route, and that basically involves having the metal braces back on my teeth, and then also having screws on my lower gums, and then this crazy weird ass like, I don't know, it's called like SMAP. It's kind of like there's 2 screws and then like 3 screws at the bottom insert into the top of my upper gums, and then also having some metal gear placed on the bottom and the top. So far, I'm in the first stage or first step of my treatment, and that is spacers. So this is actually my first time wearing spacers, and if you don't know what that is, it's like when they insert little elastics in between your teeth. So I can show you here. Here and here, here and here, here, there, and there, and there. I've had these in for a week now, and I'm still struggling to eat. Like, you can't really bite anything, and I've just been on a soft food diet, and that really is worrisome because I have to wear these for like about a month because I'm actually going back to my home country. Normally you would wear it for about 1 to 2 weeks, but because I'm going back to my home country, they were like, oh, okay, just wear it until you come back and then they'll take it off. Like, okay, well, it's been a week and I still can't really bite. Although I will say it is better than the first 2 days. Those first 2 days were terrible. Yeah, so this is the current stage. I'm wearing these spacers because they want to make room to put in the plates. So it's going to be like the metal bracket braces, and then there's going to be like, and the molars, they're going to have that, what should we call it, that like metal plate placed like on the bottom of my mouth and also the roof of my mouth. So that's to make room for that. And yeah, so I will keep you updated. Let me know if you have any questions. Sorry if I'm talking very fast. I'm actually sick right now, so I'm gonna go chug some tea, and yeah, thank you.